Andy Ogletree needs to roll in this putt. If he does, he'll avoid relegation.
You're standing over that putt. Were you thinking of the stakes? Was that?
Hell yeah. Yeah, oh, absolutely. I was thinking of the stakes. It all comes down to this putt. This is why you practice. This is the moments you live for. Not 1 second did I think I was missing that putt.
Oh man, the first word that came to my mind was bulldog, but I wouldn't say bulldog because obviously at Georgia Tech, that's a cuss word.
Andy is a bulldog on the golf course.
I feel like I approach the game to win, and a lot of people might say that, but I genuinely only care about winning. That's why I play. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
He is the most competitive person I've ever met. There's something about him that's just so committed to wanting to win and beat everyone. He doesn't care if he's playing in a LIV event, if he was playing in the Masters back then, if he's literally playing with my brother and dad at the lake. Like, he wants to win.
I'll play anything all night that you can win and lose at. It doesn't matter what we're doing. I'm gonna be super pissed if I lose.
When you get him in contention, that's when you see his best stuff. And he is an incredible putter, like incredible. Like one of the best putters I've ever been around.
Andy's a good putter around the hole, but he's like elite from 10 to 30 feet. He's just like got that touch and that confidence, that swagger on the greens.
I obviously don't remember this, but me and my family were on family vacation. I was 2 or 3, and they took me to a putt-putt. I grabbed the little kid putter and I was making a lot of putts, and they were like, what in the world? Like, you know, my dad was excited because he likes golf, and they tell me that they got me this little 7-iron, and I would hit it so many times I like wore the face off of this thing. Like, it like broke eventually because I hit it so many times. I always wanted to be outside hitting golf balls. Growing up in Mississippi, we had a lot of land, and I could go out in the backyard and hit balls and stuff like that. So I just loved it. I became obsessed with it. It's all I wanted to do. We actually built a green in our backyard. It was kind of like a field of dreams moment. We had a street light installed over the screen, and I'd just go down there at nights and tinker around and learn how to hit different shots. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of how golf started for me. I was never a kid that really lacked a lot of confidence. I thought I was pretty good. I mean, I remember being in elementary school and like I wrote a letter saying that I wanted to be a professional golfer, and it's going in. I wrote about how I go to the Tour Championship in Atlanta every year, and I watch Phil Mickelson, and I watch all these guys that I idolized growing up, and now I've been on a team with Phil Mickelson the last couple of years. So I have a lot of pinch myself moments. Decided to go to Georgia Tech when I was 15, which sounds crazy. It was the best decision I ever made. Coming to Atlanta and being at Georgia Tech was so awesome for me. If you see that apartment building right there, that's where I lived. So I was here quite a bit. I was always really talented, but I didn't really know how to play the game of golf. I feel like at Georgia Tech I really learned a lot about myself and grew up a lot, and you know, got a lot better at golf. And then my professional career has been pretty interesting after, you know, winning the USAM in 2019, turning pro in 2020, thinking everything was just gonna, you know, go as planned, and I was gonna play 7 sponsor invites on the PGA Tour, get my card, and off we go. And life had a different route. Made it to the final stage of Q School, but I didn't play well at final stage. I finished around 100th, so that didn't really get me any starts on the Korn Ferry Tour that following season. So I played all the Monday qualifiers for the first 8 tournaments. Wrote all the tournament directors begging for a sponsor invite, couldn't get one. My agent called me and said, hey, you know, there's this thing called LIV Golf, and would you want to play the first tournament? You know, I think that's a real possibility for you. So I played the first tournament on LIV, got Asian Tour International Series status, ended up winning one of my first starts in the Asian Tour, so that gave me status on the Asian Tour for the next couple of years. So going into 2023, I had Asian Tour status, and I was going to be a LIV reserve. I felt like every week that I teed it up like I was there to win a golf tournament. Every time I'd come home, it felt like we were celebrating a win or a top 5, or there was very few trips where I didn't come back with something to celebrate. And I feel like that kind of feeling is so addictive. Like when you get in those runs where every tournament feels like you're in contention, and I feel like you just run on this adrenaline through the whole year. I won the International Series Order of Merit, I won the Asian Tour Order of Merit. So I knew that I was gonna get promoted to LIV Golf before the LIV season was over. So that was very helpful for me. To know that, I was able to start talking to teams.
We saw a lot in him that year on the Asian Tour, and it really stuck out to us like how special he was as a player.
And he was just playing some incredible golf. He had won 3 times in Asia that year. He was playing awesome as a reserve on LIV. He was playing at such a high level. We knew he could help our team and be a big part of our team.
To get to play with Phil was kind of a no-brainer to me. Like, I grew up idolizing him. I would stand in line at tournaments to get his autograph when I was a little kid. So to be able to learn from one of the greatest of all time was what I needed to do, and I don't regret it 1 second.
Andy Ogletree in his rookie season with the HyFlyers.
Headed to Las Vegas, and I'm like, all right, now this is my first tournament I'll LIV. Like, I'm ready to go. On Saturday, it was like one of my last couple holes. I hit it in the left trees, and I hit a shot, and I just hit a root, and it was like the worst pain I could possibly feel. But it felt like something was definitely wrong, and turns out, yeah, I chipped the bone. So that was the second tournament of the year. So I ended up having surgery in October. So shave some bone, clean up some tendons, take out a nerve, clean up another tendon. So it was the surgery was a lot worse than we thought it was gonna be. And I basically rehabbed up until the week before the first tournament. I could see progression. So I was just excited to be back on the golf course. You know, I was ready to compete again. You know, I thought, all right, now I've had the surgery, now I'm ready to go win, you know, like. Never really got momentum. Like, it was like each week was just figuring out a new way to swing and not have pain. So my focuses were not on scoring. My focuses were on how do I play pain-free, and I never felt like I was really feeling well.
When there are things in your mind that are distracting you from what you're trying to do, it just makes the game way harder.
As a captain, I felt like I was letting him down because he wasn't playing his best golf, and I feel like part of my job is to bring out the best golf in him.
I felt the frustration for him. That has to be the most paralyzing feeling, to not be able to do what you know you can do.
Relegation threatening on the horizon for Andy Ogletree.
You start thinking about the relegation stuff pretty early, just because, you know, everyone seems to be getting points every week, and you kind of have to keep up with what's going on. We had 2 events left, and I needed some points. I felt like I needed a top 12. A top 12 in one of the last 2 events would get me enough points to be safe and out of the relegation zone.
Oh yeah, keep it going. Keep it going for these 3 weeks. Here we go.
I'm playing a practice round on Tuesday in Chicago with the team, and I felt a pop on a tee shot on hole 12. I knew it was really bad. My hand was pulsing like crazy.
And I remember I was at work, and then I got a text from him saying, my wrist really hurts again. I just hit a drive, and it didn't feel right, and I'm going to get an MRI. And I was like, what?
And I had 3 fractured bones in my hand. Knowing that you have 3 fractures in your wrist after already having the surgery is terrifying.
The way Andy handled the news was the way I would expect him to handle the news. He did not care. He was just like, I'm playing.
It was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. Every swing, every chip, it hurt to putt. Like, it was ridiculously painful, but when there's that much on the line, a spot on LIV for next year is incredibly important, and I think it just shows how much I wanted it. I had a freaking amazing time the last 2 years, and I just did not want that to end. So I think that's kind of what allowed me to gut out every shot.
A heroic effort from Andy Ogletree but it's not enough for points.
You know, it wasn't meant to be there, but I knew I had one more week.
To avoid relegation, Andy Ogletree needs a fine performance as it all comes to a conclusion here in the individual title race. This at the 13th for birdie.
Oh, yes. Andy Ogletree going nicely. Oh, and a great shot at 4 as well.
This for birdie at 1.
Gets to 8 under par and out of the drop zone. Andy Ogletree just eagled 17. Potentially a huge moment for Andy Ogletree. He is now in the live standings up to 44. It's all to play for tomorrow to decide these huge implications.
Yeah, so I do the same drill every day. You put 4 tees at 3 feet, 4 tees at 5 feet, 4 tees at 6 feet, and 1 tee at 10 feet. And you make all the 3s, you get to go to the 5s. You make all the 5s, you get to go to the 6s. You make all the 6s, you get to go to the 10s. But if you miss a 3, you start over. If you miss a 5, you go back to the 3. If you miss a 6, you go back to the 5. If you miss a 5, you go back to the 3. So you have to basically make 13 putts in a row. I just think it builds pressure. As you get to the end, it kind of intensifies because you're like, man, I don't want to miss this and have to go back and make all those and then make all these again. So putting under pressure, I feel like has been a big strength of mine because of the drill, because I simulate that pressure every day. And sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes 45. So it's definitely annoying for Devin, my caddy. He probably had some moments where he's like, can you please just make this 10-footer?
Championship Sunday of LIV Golf Indianapolis. The day of days has arrived. Andy Ogletree fighting against relegation. He starts his final round. And these guys just desperate to avoid relegation. As it's on its way, it's in!
Ian Poulter for back-to-back birdies. So now it's a matter of one shot either way for those two. Wow.
Andy Ogletree below the red line as it stands.
I looked at a leaderboard with 3 holes to go, and if I birdie the last 3, I'm going to pass both of them, so it doesn't matter. So I'm like, all right, let's birdie the last 3. I birdied 17.
Oh, this is good.
Birdie 18.
Oh, that's huge for Andy.
And I get to hole 1, and I'm standing in the fairway. I think I have like 111 yards, and I'm like, I got to get this up and down to keep my LIV card.
What a wonderful shot.
I hit it to like 12 feet, and I get over that putt, and it's just like, the last 3 months, I've probably relived that putt 1,000 times.
I had finished early, and there were a bunch of us sitting at the team table watching the TV right there. I sort of thought, oh, there's no way he doesn't make this. Like, he's a clutch player, he's made huge putts. So I was expecting that ball to go in.
And I see Poulter finish birdies the last 4 holes.
This is sensational from Ian Poulter.
Stinson birdies one of his last 2 holes, and he was like 0.2 points ahead of me. You know, it was very marginal.
That's how close this is.
He is fighting, David.
So I know if I make this putt, I pass both of them, and I'm on LIV next year. Like, it all comes down to this putt. This is why you practice. This is the moments you live for. I think about moments like that every day, and I think that's the reason that I love golf so much, is that feeling in your stomach when you can't really control it, but you've got to put it aside and focus on the task at hand. And not 1 second did I think I was missing that putt. I put a perfect roll on it. It rolls end over end over end over end. And it looks like it's going right in the center of the hole in the last second. I couldn't believe that it missed, to be honest, at first. My first instinct was like just pure shock that didn't go in.
The whole table sort of was like, ah.
I just felt heartbreak for him because the way he played in the last couple of events and the heart he showed, it was tough to see.
I just want everything for him and the world for him, and it just broke my heart to see, because how hard he pushed for it. I'm like crying. Just how hard he pushed for it, and not to see him get rewarded for that was, you just hate it for someone you love so much.
I've never felt something like that. I mean, it was just such a punch to the face and such a emotional letdown. I want to be great so bad. I never thought I was going to have to worry about keeping my job, and you know, that's something that I have to live with. And I think it's awesome that LIV has relegation, right? Like, to have to experience that is going to teach me so much going forward. And I wish that I'd had the year that I thought I was going to have. I wish, you know, I was still on the team. I can hang my hat knowing that I left it all out there.
Andy Ogletree is going to succeed in this game. He is a great player with a ton of talent, work ethic, and desire and passion for the game, and he is going to succeed, and he's going to achieve his goals in the game.
There's always tomorrow. You always have another opportunity, and I think that's the silver lining in all of this is Andy might technically not be on LIV right now, but there's always another opportunity, and I'm confident in him that he'll be back.
Get set for a spectacular end to the season in Michigan, USA, where we'll crown the 4th LIV Golf League team champions.
Coming into the team championship in Michigan, I was very optimistic and hopeful that we were going to be able to compete.
The team championship's my favorite week of the year. I love the team event.
So the team championship is match play, so you're playing another team head-to-head. You have 2 individual matches, each worth a point, and then a foursome, so alternate shot match, also worth a point. Whichever team wins 2 of the 3 matches advances to the next round, so it's sort of like March Madness, it's bracketed.
I really like playing the alternate shot because that is a true team part. That team championship, when you actually are walking next to the guy and working together and hitting every other shot, is really special and really cool.
We weren't one of the favorites going in, but I just believed in the way we were playing.
This is our chance. Like, we haven't had the season we want. There's a lot of things not going well. We're going out with something good here.
It's quarter-final Friday of the LIV Golf Team Championship. We've got David Puig against Phil Mickelson. Sergio with Josele Ballester against Brendan Steele and Andy Ogletree. Abraham Answer against Cameron Tringali, who, by the way, has a record of 5-0 in match play in the LIV Golf League.
Cameron Tringali is unbeatable in match play. He's kind of a quiet assassin.
He's such a nice guy, and like you feel like, oh, you know, he's just gonna nice you around and whatever, and then all of a sudden you're 3 down, and you're like, this guy's a jerk, you know?
And I'm not sure what he does exactly, but he just goes out and kicks ass, so it's pretty awesome.
He just can't be beat.
Cameron Tringali victorious 6-0 in LIV Golf match play. And Phil Mickelson all square with David Puig.
This guy can flat out play. He, in my opinion, is one of the 10 best players in the world.
And Phil gets the job done.
Dead center.
So they're 1 up in the foursomes, but that could be vital.
And it was just really fun.
Ogletree and Steele 2 up.
Like, we just have such a good time out there together.
3-0. HyFlyers are through. They've shocked the number 3 seeds, Sergio's Fireballs.
I'm very excited for myself and the team. I just really believe in what this team is capable of. This was an incredible victory, an incredible day for us, and we're going to win again tomorrow.
Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody, to our semifinal selection show. Our highest seeded captains of today's winning teams will select their opponents. Captain John Rahm, who you want to face?
We're going to face the HyFlyers.
We're looking forward to the opportunity to take on the number 1 team, and we'll keep the same lineup.
When they pick you, you're like, okay, well, we got nothing to lose here. Like, no one expects us to compete with them. So you might as well go out and be free and try to shock everybody.
It's semi-final Saturday of the LIV Golf Team Championship. John Rahm against Phil Mickelson. Cameron Tringali at 6-0, looking to go 7-0 today. HyFlyers, the 10 seeds. The number 1 seeds, Legion 13.
I know we had a great chance to win that match against Legion 13.
He's an incredible ball striker, super consistent. I knew I'd have my hands full.
For birdie, he's so happy he's 1 up through 2. This is his second shot into the par 4. Oh my goodness! Slam dunk! To win the match. Tringale wins 2-1.
It was a very close back and forth match.
We were a hole ahead of them, so like when the holes would cross, I'd always be looking back, hey, how's Phil doing? How's Phil? You know, what's the sign to say?
Phil immediately one up after that miss.
John is probably, one of the hardest guys to beat. The way my match was going, I think he knew like it was a must win.
On semi-final Saturday, it is so tight.
Got it down to the last couple holes, but I mean, these guys played unbelievable.
Caleb Surratt and Tom McKibben, they win it. Rahm against Mickelson for the deciding point. What entertainment these legends of the game are providing for us here. Jon Rahm closing in on victory. To win his match, will it get there? It does! A titanic tussle between these two, but Jon Rahm wins 3-1.
Yeah, I think the world of Jon Rahm. I mean, he truly is one of the best players in the world, if not the best. I played well enough. I had to have a lead for a while. I played well enough to win had I not made those mistakes. But when you're playing against somebody as good as Jon, like you can't make those mistakes.
And Legion 13 progress over the HyFlyers 2-1. What an effort by the 10th seed.
They secure a 5th place finish in the team championship.
It was still a really nice week for us, all in all, and it felt good to end the season that way.
You know, it was a fun week, and it was a good last hurrah.
I think it was a sign of what we were capable of this year. You know, we didn't play like the 5th best team, but I think we did at least for 1 week.
I actually felt like there were some small victories in that 5th place finish that we can take into the off season and going into the next year, which is that we can beat the best teams, we can compete with the best teams, but we've got to get better. We've got to be sharper, and our goal is to win. And if we're going to win, we're going to have to be at our best.
I mean, gosh, this is such a fun time. And we had a ball. I mean, you know, it definitely gives me a lot of motivation to get back out there because I really just loved it so much. It really was the most fun couple of years of my life.
As a team player, competitive guy, like I want our team to win. My goals for our team and for myself are just to continue to get better and to continue doing the right things to give us a chance.
You always remember the hard times, I think, more than the things that went well. So like, I'll remember the pain of the struggle. That pain is a good motivator. You know, you have to constantly prove to yourself that you can do it in this game. Obviously not a good season. I expect more out of myself, but I think the path forward is very clear. So that is really positive.
Steely's going to have a breakout year. 2026 is going to be an incredible year for Brendan Steele. And Camo continues to get better each year. He's going to have a very solid year. So now it comes down to the next 2 players. Myself, building on my play last year, which was my best year on LIV, but for us to be the team we want it to be, I've got to improve on that to really give ourselves a great chance. And then who do we bring in? Who do we add to help us in our pursuit of a victory? We have an exciting new high flyer coming. This guy brings a lot of firepower, a lot of charisma, a lot of game, and could very well be the missing factor that helps us break through to get our first victory.